Good day, traders. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, we're going to do a breakdown on Notion and how I use Notion as my trading journal. I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how I set up Notion actually and how I use it to capture my trades, to create forecast lists, and just all things productivity. So I do hope this is going to be insightful to you. I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to create this dashboard. It's going to be there's going to be a few parts in this series. So this is part one. Hopefully next week or the week after we can produce or show you part two. I'm quite excited about this. So there's going to be a tutorial. So pause, follow along if you want to. And hopefully by the end of this series, you'll have a really nice functional Notion dashboard that you can use for your own trading. You don't have to go buy a template. And you can also hopefully pick up some skills that you can use to alter it, customize it, and make it just as you would like to. So I'm going to do a few pages today for this dashboard, and then in the next video, we're going to add on to that. So let's get right into it. So first of all, we've opened Notion, we've created a new blank page, and we're just going to call it my trading dashboard. And we're going to just do an empty page. We're just going to add an icon. Our theme for this dashboard, we're going to make the theme blue, and let's just make this a home symbol. So that's our home main page. We go to this three little dots. We're just going to make it full width. That's it for now. Then we're going to start adding some pages. So first, we can add here. You can maybe add an inspirational quote to the on the top side. Inspirational quote. Your inspirational quote will go there. Then we're gonna press this / button, enter toggle lists. We want a toggle list, and this we will call menu. Let's add a little symbol in here. So if you go to this is on Mac, emoji symbols. I'm not sure on Windows, and we want to have a little gear lever symbol. So let's go to objects. Let's look for that little gear symbol. That's one that I want. We add that in there as well. So now underneath menu, let's just open this up. We're going to add our pages. So we're going to first add a page, and this we will call, let me just get the right wording for it. This we will call our trade journal. If you want, you can add database. Let's add an icon as well. Icons were still in blue. Let's give this a little icon like this one. Empty page as well. And we'll just do the same thing, full width, keep it to the left. Okay, let's just go back to our main dashboard. So what else are we going to do in this video? We can also do forecasts. So I'm going to add a few, but we'll only get to a few of them in this video. So we just hit up the plus button, add a page, and this one we will call for daily forecasts. And also just not an import, empty page. And we'll also just add an icon. We want to keep with the theme, so we want to stick with the same theme more or less throughout. Originally, I used a forest forecast fire, so we're forecasting. So that's my forecast, and we'll just make it full width as well. Then go back to dashboard. So we have trade journal, daily forecast, and then we're going to have another page. This will be our journal, written journal. So thoughts, ideas, emotions. Was it a good day, bad day, that type of thing. Written journal. We have that as well. Empty page. I'm going to add icon. Same thing. Let's use a pen thing. Also make it full width. Go back to the main. So we have trade journal, daily forecast, written journal, and then we will add. This is going to be one for a next video, but we're going to add an analytical trade analytical trade routine. So we're going to just add another page, and this one we will call analytical trade routine. So basically what we do in this one is we create all our habits or the things that forms part of our routine, and we kind of create like a system where we can track that. Add an icons, and for this one we will have, let me see, what did I use? You can use whatever you want to use. I'm going to use this tag, make it full width as well. So we're going to fill this one in at a later stage. For this video, we will only be focusing on trade journal, daily forecast, and written, or only the first two, daily trade journal and daily forecast. The written journal analytical trade routine we will do at a later stage. But before we get any further, let's just add a little menu, or a, what do you call it, a place where we can quickly jump between our pages. So for that, we use sync the block, and then we're going to add home, and then after home, add this little line, and then forecast, and then journal, not journal, home, trades, daily forecasts, and then we have journal, and then let's call the last one habits. So we want each of these pages to link to corresponding to a corresponding page. So for home, we select it, we then link it. It will then be our main My Trading Dashboard. That's the home page. That's our main page. For trades, we want to link it to trade journal database. So we select link, trade journal database, trade journal database, then forecast, same thing, we select it, we say link, and we just select forecast, daily forecast, and then journal, link it to journal, my trading, written journal, my trading dashboard there, and then habits, lastly, we link it to analytical trade routine. There we have it. So now when we click on a forecast, it takes us to our forecasting page. But now we want the buttons in this page as well. So let's just go back there. We click in here and we say copy and sync. So when we go to trade journaling base, that database, we open up a new line and we just paste it in here. Go back to home. We go to daily forecast. We just paste it in here as well. Go back home, written journal. We just paste it in there. Back home, analytical trade routine. Just paste it in there as well. So now when we go to trades, we have it. When we go to forecast, our forecast journal, habits, which we will create at a later stage, and then home again. So that's now basically our menu. So that's toggle gear that we're not going to continue to look at, but we now have like a quick menu system. Then we're going to add here a heading number 3, and we're going to just call it overview, and we're just going to click on that little waffle, create a color, and we're just going to make it a gray background. We'll add then information in here. So now let's first go to our trade journaling database. So this is now where we will start creating that trade journal database. So we're going to do a few things in here. So we're going to start off with a forward dash, which is going to create a database in line. So this is going to be our main thing in this whole database. So we're going to call this just trades taken, or trade journal. Let's just call it our trade journal. And we're going to add a few headings in here. So this is going to be, just going to keep that to name. Let's just change this to date, which is important. We want to know the date that we've taken the trade. So we've created the date. Now we want to edit the property, and we want to change that property to a date. So we select date. Date format, I like to use day, month, year personally. So we just switch that over because we want to start off with the date that the trade has been taken. Name, that's going to be the name of the trade. Then we want to add a few things here. We're going to add day. Going to be a select option. So we can have a few select options where you select one thing or the other. We can select this and we can just duplicate this view. Yes, edit, and then we just say duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. We can have a few things over here. After day, we're going to have the pair or the instrument or the symbol. You can decide. After that, we're going to have a well, it's not a multi-select, it's still just select, but we're going to change this there to time of day, or when did you trade, what time of day did you manage to take this trade, time of day. And then after time of day, we're going to have a setup. So we'll see what we'll have on a setup, and then we'll just duplicate this property again, a few more. After setup, we will have a option direction, and then we're going to change this one to confirmation. So I like to use this to track if I'm taking confirmation trades or not. Confirmation, and then setup rating. This is quite nice. Setup rating. How do you rate this setup? Select again, and this time execution rating. So if you rate yourself on how well you've executed this trade, then we can have number. We can have, if you want to, and L there, and then we can also add another one which we will call just comments, which will just be a text one. So now we more or less have all the things that we want, the main categories of what we're going to be journaling or what we're going to be looking at. Now I like to just make things a little bit cleaner. So on day, I'm just going to change this icon to let's see, day. I'm going to just make it another type of calendar with a calendar day. Yes. Pair, we're going to change this. I think what I like about Notion is the way you can just customize things and just make it whatever you want to make it, whatever you want with it, you can kind of create it. Let's use pair. I'm going to have this little chart. Where did I see it? It's over there. Time of day. We're going to just add a clock. If you don't see it immediately, you just search for a clock. Setup. I'm going to leave that one for now. Direction. Actually, I want to use that one for direction, and I want to use something else. That one for pair. Direction, confirmation. Okay, you can change this as you'd like to. Okay, so now we have a few things that we need to add here. So day, edit property, and then we're going to add some options. So we're going to have Monday, Tuesday, and a little error there. Just click there, add some more options. Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. So now you have some colors in here. We're going to just create them in or add them in order: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then the pairs, edit property, add options. So let's add a few: pounds USD, euro USD, and Aussie dollar USD. We're going to add those 3 pairs. Time of day. This is going to be specific to what you use, but I'm going to use my time zones now. So I'm going to be looking to trade between 9 and 12. That's kind of the period for London session that I want to be trading. So I'm going to add intervals of 30 minutes each. So this one will be 9 to 9:30. So that's basically 9 is Frankfurt open, and then 9:30 to 10. We add that in there as well, like so. 9:30 to 10. Add an option which will then be 10 to 10:30, 10 to 10:30, and then 10:30 to 11. We do the rest. This is nice because now you can filter and see later on, when you have a lot of data collected, what time of day do you enter your trades the most? What's your peak time when you enter your trade? So it's good to have that information. Time of day, setup. For setup, I usually have continuation. You can change this to whatever you want to change this. Retracement, reversal. So we have our setup. Direction will be long, and short. We have that. Then confirmation will just be a yes or no. Probably mistake here. Confirmation. And then we will add yes, and we'll add a no. Okay, confirmation, setup rating. Setup rating, you will rate it from A, B, and C. So we're going to add a setup, B setup, and then a C setup. For this, I want the colors to be green. Let me just move that face. I want the colors to be setup confirmation, edit property. A setup should be green. B setup, I want yellow. And C setup, I want red. So that's how you can just kind of grade your setups and how well you thought that setup was actually. And then execution rating, similar thing. A executed, B executed, and then C executed. And then I'm also just going to add same color scheme, A, green, yellow, and red. I'm just going to order this A, B, and C. That's it. So now we have some things going on. But now let's first create a template for when we actually enter our trades. So we're going to just add a new template, and we can call this new trade. Sorry, I knew that looked weird. I'm going to change that in just a bit. New trade. And we're going to add an icon icon. I'm going to use a check mark for a winning trade. So I'm going to use, it's just a new trade. We just use that check mark for a new trade. And then we're going to add some things in here. Let's add a cover as well. And then we're going to go to change cover, unsplash, and we're just going to search for hoodie. And use this one. Okay, we have that up now. And then we're going to just add a few things over here. So we're going to have here our headings. Let's use number 2. We're going to have high time frame, which will then be your daily or 4H. We leave a space open, another space open, another space, so 2 spaces open. And then this will be another heading. And then this will be our 1H 30 minutes. So 1H 3-minute time frame. And then another heading H2/H2. And then this one we will call our lower time frame, which would be it's actually 1 hour and 50 minutes. I don't use 30 minutes as much, but lower time frame will then be our entry time frame, basically, which would then be our 5M to 1M. You can probably call it just whatever you want to call it. So high time frame 1H 15 minutes, lower time frame 5 minutes, 1 minute, and then lower time frame, which is often as also our entries. Like that. And then we can add another one. So it'll just be a summary. So that's kind of what we want in here. You'll see what we do with this now. So let's do a quick run through this so that we can see what's happening actually. So we're going to select the date and let's select the 14th. It's Friday. We're going to add a new trade. So we're going to select new trade. Okay, sorry. New trade. And we're going to do a few things in here as well right now. We don't want comments. Well, we can actually have our comments showing at the top. And then I'm going to add here the day was Friday, the pair, let's say pound US dollar, the time, let's say 9 to 9:30, setup, continuation, direction, short, confirmation. Yes, we took a confirmation. Let's rate a setup A and execute it B. And we'll do that in just a bit. Just going to delete this. Okay, so now we have our basic thing. And now we're going to say open and we're going to fill in this information right here. So then we can go to the chart. Let's just clean this. Let's just say that we took a trade. Well, I'm not going to teach you how to journal. That's up to you. If you see the balloon in the background, that's because we had a second birthday party for my little boy. Let's say that was our trade. Let's just use the replay bar. That's our before. So usually you do this whatever way you want to do it, higher time frame, lower time frame, mid time frame. But let's just put in some examples. So what I do is I go and I say copy chart image, then I go back to my database, and then I go to wherever I want to paste it, and I just paste it in there, create an embedded image. And then the after image, there's our after. Let me say copy chart image again, go back to the journal, and then we paste that second image in here. And then we can add a summary, write a few things about this trade. Let's just say a very nice add a few things in here. So you do your higher time frame analysis. Just quickly, let's just add, let's say, 4-hour analysis. I'm not going to add the text now because I'm making things up. This is just to show you. And then you add your high time frame in there. And then you can add some wording or a sentence of or a paragraph of what you expect to happen, what you're looking to happen in this on this time frame. So this is after the fact. This is not forecasting. This is just making the journal in itself and capturing the trade that you've taken. And yeah. So what we can also do, one thing I wanted to add here, select type of trade. I'm going to have an option. We're going to have a funded account, personal account, paper trade. Just so that you have something to reference your trades by. So this, let's say, was a paper trade. Later on, I'm going to show you how to add filters so that you can filter and only see your paper trades, only see your live trades, only see your personal account trades or funded account trades, whatever it is you want to add and show there. Next up, we're going to just rename this. And let's just call it overview as well. And then we're going to add a view. We're going to add a calendar view, which is really nice. And then we can see our trade taken here. Then we go to properties and we're going to show some information in here. So let's add the time of day. We want to see when we took this trade. And let's say we want to see P&L. So that we can kind of get a P&L calendar of the P&L that we've made on a single day. And let's say our, where is that? Not execution, setup rating. We want to have that as well. We want to have P&L at the bottom, just like that. So let's just quickly add our P&L. Let's just say $500. We're going to select here and we're going to say edit property and we're going to make it a number, yes. And we're going to make this number or this format, we're going to make $1. So every time we add $1, it will show up. Or every time we add a value, it will show up as $1 value. When you go to calendar view now, we can see then on this day, we took this trade. It was a setup. We made 500 and we took it between 9 and 9:30. One more thing, we can change the name to, let's say, GU short. Now we've made a GU short trade. We have a nice cover. We have all the information that we want over here. Let's just change this quickly. Have all the information that we want to see over here. And then we can see our trade that we've taken. We can see all the information, how we've taken this trade. You can really be descriptive on this. Now we have overview and we have calendar. Now, what we want to do is add all of this to our main dashboard. I'm going to close the video of this last section because it's getting quite long. But next time we're going to add and build onto this, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. So let's just go to our main home page. So what I want to do is I want to have two columns. I want to, on the left-hand side, I want to see the trades that I've taken. And on the right-hand side, I want to see a calendar of the trades, the calendar view. So this is very nice. So we're going to /, we're going to say link view of database. We add that. Now we need to select, wait, I made a mistake. Sorry, forget about that. Need to first delete this. First, we need to add columns. We have two columns. Okay, now do the same thing. Link database. And then you need to search for that journal. So my trading journal, there we have it. And then we want to also select the view. We want the table. So there we have it now. We'll just have to rearrange it a bit so that it is the way we want it to be. So we're going to do that in just a bit. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Link in my trading journal, and we're going to say calendar. I just want to delete this one and I want to do this over there. And then over here, we're going to add, like I just did now, link the database, trade journal, calendar. Okay, so now what we see is whether we see our trades that we've taken and we see the calendar on the right hand side. So when we're finished, we're going to have a fully functional dashboard with a lot of stuff still coming that we're going to add. So I hope you're getting excited, and I hope you're seeing kind of what we want to start doing with this, and that you can follow along, build along, and then in the next video you'll be able to hopefully follow along and add some more details to this. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you found this useful, and then yeah, I will definitely see you in the next one. But before, so let's just quickly run over this. We have a trading dashboard. We can add a cover here as well. Change cover. I'm going to go with the blue and moody theme. So just add moody again, and let's select this one. Our trading dashboard is looking great. We have our buttons. You can add your inspirational code. We don't usually have to, we don't have to look at this, so that's why we have it as a toggle list. We have our overview, our trades. We're going to add more data to this, so don't worry. In the next one, we're going to add a lot of nice things. All of these things, we're not finished with trade journaling database. We're going to add some more, but then we're going to add all of these things and maybe a few extra stuff as well. Guys, if you stayed up until then, thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.